Simple little wound up piece of natural wood fire lighter. We'll see how it works. My first attempt at a reverse sear on a 2-inch ribeye. I'm looking forward to trying it. Meanwhile, let's get the steak ready. All right, so I got this 2-inch thick cut ribeye from Publix out of my rib roast that I picked up this week while they were on sale for $6.99 a pound. So I'm just gonna give it a nice coating of salt here. I only use Redmond real salt for those of you new to the channel. I do not recommend using regular table salt as you're missing all of your healthy minerals. If you'd like to try Redmond, you can go to redmond.life, use my code Dante, D-A-N-T-E, and you'll save 15% on your order, and you'll get some of the best tasting, cleanest, healthy, natural salt you can find. Mined right here in the United States in Utah. It's good stuff. All right, so we're gonna let this sit for a little while the chimney gets ready. And as soon as that's ready, I'm gonna throw it in the grill and we're gonna start this reverse sear. I'll be using the meter today because you can use the meter in a grill as long as the temperature is under 527 degrees. So reverse searing is a perfect application for the meter when you're grilling. All right, while my chimney is still heating back here, I'm gonna go ahead and put a few extra coals in here to get it ready. There's some coals in here from the last time already ready. And my coals are looking nice and white here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those on top. Gonna open the flue here, and I'm gonna open the bottom flue to 1/4. Now I'm gonna take my meter, stick it into the steak. Put it up to the safety line. Somewhere I got my phone. Open the meter app. See, we got a green light on our meter, no cook setup, so we'll set it up for beef, ribeye, and I'm looking for about 110 degrees here before I want to pull it off for the reverse sear. It's a little hotter than I think I would want it to be, but let's see how it comes out. We're right at 300 degrees right now. Well, we'll keep an eye on this temperature as it goes. And hopefully we're going to have a good result on our first reverse sear. Meanwhile, I'm going to take my cutting board and go use some vinegar and water and clean it off. Thank you to Michael B, who commented about using vinegar on cleaning wood. I appreciate that little update there about how to properly sanitize your cutting boards and your wood serving platter like I use for a plate all the time. All right, and after just a few minutes, we're at 15 minutes remaining now. It's 66 degrees inside the steak, 234 ambient. It says 260 here, so there is a little bit of a variation on what these two temperatures say. I'm going to go with the meter being more accurate. I don't know if I trust these little thermometers that are on here. I'm betting the digital thermometer is a bit more accurate, just like on the stove. Mechanical thermometers can be off by up to 75 degrees on old mechanical stoves, whereas your digital thermostats were much more accurate, usually within 3 degrees. And the temperature is just perfect for doing this reverse sear type cooking, and it's keeping the temperature right at where I want it. Now I also had to remember that the Meter Plus is designed, it just says remove from heat now, and it's 99 degrees on the inside. I actually want to wait until the steak is closer to 110 degrees on the inside. What the Meter Plus is telling me to do is to take it off now because it's going to continue to get hot while it's outside of the grill. But that's kind of what I want to continue on before I put it on for a sear. So I'm actually not going to remove it just yet. I'm going to wait till the internal temperature actually gets to about 106, 107 degrees, and then I'll be ready to take it off. So even though it's in resting mode according to the meter, I'm still looking at the temperature itself. And this is the first time I've done anything quite like this, but I know exactly what I'm looking for because I've watched some really good helpful people on YouTube. Rob Green recommended that I check out Robert Rachlin for his Barbecue University channel, and he's the one that helped me figure out how to do this reverse sear just the right way. So we're at 108 degrees now. Let's go ahead and pull this steak out of here. Looks like I should have flipped it about halfway through. I don't know if I remembered him telling me about that. But either way, it's going to have a nice sear when we're done, because first thing I'm going to do is open this thing all the way up. There we go. And then I'm going to open the bottom all the way up as well. So we're going to get it nice and hot in there. And once we get up over about 600 degrees, we're going to throw it on for a nice sear. And don't forget, the Meter Plus is only rated for up to 527 degrees. So we don't want to keep cooking with our Meter Plus when we're cooking at over 527 degrees temperatures. Alright, so an hour has gone by since I've walked away from this thing, and we're finally at 610, and I want to go ahead and get this thing done, so we're going to go ahead and throw it on for a sear now. I didn't know it was going to take that long. So we'll leave it on there for a couple minutes on that side, then we'll flip it over. I've got my regular thermometer here so I can keep an eye on the meat temperature on the inside. But with it having sat for an hour, I should be able to let this sit in here for a couple minutes at least. I had no idea it was going to take so long. I should have known. It took a long time the other day. But that's where getting used to using a charcoal grill for the first time, at least for the first time in a long time, and possibly first time ever trying to do it the right way. You know, the only question I have is it worth all the trouble when you lose so much moisture using a grill? I'm getting a new device in soon that's supposed to even have less moisture loss than the air fryer. And that's one of the things I love about the air fryer, is you get so little moisture loss that you get a nice juicy steak every time. Oh, and I wanted to thank a couple of folks for the recommendation on getting the chimney. I had Tyler and Jackson were a couple of the first people to recommend that I try out the charcoal chimney like this, which seemed to make this task a little bit easier this time. So learning a little bit, hopefully sharing some new information with guys like you who are new at this like I am, and learning more ways to make that beautiful steak that we love to eat. Let's see here, 125, so I better flip it over. Give it a little sear on that side. Alright, that should be long enough on both sides now. We'll do a little side shot here. Do the other side. I will say one thing right off the bat. This came out looking a whole lot better than that steak did that I cooked the other day, where it was just a big black slab on one side. Let's let it rest for a little bit, then we'll cut it up and see how it tastes. And I'm going to take some of this over to the guys working on the house. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off for my boys to try, but I'm going to let some of these guys who have been working on my house try some of this steak too and see what they think. Go ahead and shut this grill down. This is all you need to do to try to save your coals. If you do have any good coals left, is just close off the top and the bottom and let it sit, and then it should save whatever coals are left in there, and you can use them again. Alright, let's take a look at this. It's been sitting for a couple of minutes now. Alright, let's see how we did. Nicely done. Maybe a little more cooked than might have been expected, but 135 is what it wound up with. It looks great to me. The real test is going to be tasting it. Let's see how this tastes. Definitely not getting a whole lot of that charcoal overpowering flavor. It just tastes grilled. I love the pieces with the fat on it. Want to come try some, Katie?
I'm not like dressed in.
I know it.
I love the flavor. I love it.
Awesome. Tell you what, let's grab that little plate over there and I'll get some for the boys. And then we'll take some out there for these guys to give it a shot. We'll go in the front so we don't get all kind of dust on the meat.
Journey.
Let you give this a try.
All right, thank you.
Can't let you smell all that steak cooking and not let you try some.
It was killing me.
Yeah, I knew you smelled it, so
Okay.
grab your fork and get you some. Tell me what you think.
That's better than the restaurant. That's good.
Grab a few pieces.
I like that. Yeah, it's tasty. Hey, don't be carried away till I get up there. Wow. Yeah, very good. I like the char on it too.
Well, I just couldn't sit there and let y'all smell it and not get it.
You said this is a reverse char?
A reverse sear, yeah. So I cook it slow and then take it off, put the heat up real high and then sear it. I think it worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
You're like me, I like the fat.
Best part of it.
I tell them to leave all the fat on when I get it cut too.
Oh yeah.
That's just the best way to get it, because you guys can have the rest of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
That beat the hell out of Cole's today.
All right,
Perfectly cooked.
enjoy it.
House is looking good, guys. Thank you. I love it.
Better than a restaurant. I knew that. It's nice to hear somebody else say it though. I have not been in a restaurant that made a steak that I thought could touch one that I've made, and this was pretty amazing. And I wasn't too worried about any moisture loss either. It didn't taste like it lost anything to me. It was just delicious steak. So there we go. Reverse sear grilling. Not difficult on the little tiny Kamado, this little 13-inch Cadet. I'd like to have a bigger one, but this has been a great way to get started. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?